Sea moss benefits. 12 reasons to believe the hype. If you're someone who's been struggling with health issues, perhaps you'd like to manage your weight better. You're interested in fertility. You have issues with blood pressure, your gut health. Your energy levels aren't quite there. Or you're just looking to give your overall well-being a boost. Then you'll want to hear this. Hey there, superfoodies. Today we're going to talk about sea moss, also known as Irish moss. Though they're often thought to be the same thing, they're not. Now don't get too hung up on the name confusion. They have some similarities with a few minor differences which we'll touch on shortly. But enough about the naming convention. Let's dive right in. A recent discovery regarding sea moss's potential role in promoting skin health can be found in a study published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology. This study highlighted the skin protective properties of sea moss extracts, indicating their potential use in skincare products for benefits such as hydration and anti-aging effects. So if you're into skin health, sea moss might just be the natural solution you've been searching for, especially when it comes to promoting glowing and youthful skin. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. In this video, we'll be exploring a whopping 12 reasons why you should consider adding sea moss to your routine, and we'll address some burning questions such as: what are the potential side effects of taking sea moss, and who should avoid it? And what's the best way to incorporate it into your diet? So stay with us because we'll be diving into all of that and more. By the end of this video, you'll discover which country is said to have the best sea moss in the world. It may not be a difficult guess, but just hang in there. Before we delve into the 12 reasons why you should consider taking sea moss, let's start with the basics. What is sea moss and where does it come from? What's with this hype? And is sea moss the same thing as Irish moss? Let's start with this last question. Sea moss and Irish moss are often thought to be the same thing, but they're actually different. Here's how. First, let's look at appearance. Sea moss is a general term for various types of red seaweed. Species like Eucheuma and Gracilaria fall under this umbrella. Sea moss is thicker and more stick-like, and it can be found in a variety of colors, including gold, purple, and rare blue-green varieties. Irish moss, on the other hand, is a specific type of seaweed with the scientific name Chondrus crispus. It's found in cooler waters near Europe and North America. Irish moss has flat, fan-like leaves and is typically a dark purple color. Where they grow. Sea moss is a type of seaweed that grows in tropical climates like the Caribbean, southern Asia, and southern Africa, while Irish moss grows in colder regions such as Europe, North America, Canada, and Peru. Names. Sea moss is a more generic term and can refer to different types of seaweed. However, depending on the specific type of seaweed, you might encounter names like golden sea moss, purple sea moss, bladderwrack, and Irish sea moss. This can be confusing as it's not truly Irish moss unless it's Chondrus crispus. Confused much? Don't worry, it'll make sense in a second. But here's a fun fact about Irish moss that most people don't know. Did you know that the term Irish moss comes from the Irish potato famine of 1845-1849, when the Irish turned to the sea for food during a period of scarcity? True fact. So let's round up on this sea moss, Irish moss debacle so we can move on. What's important to note is sea moss and Irish moss are closely related, but not exactly the same thing as we've demonstrated. Here's an analogy that always works. Think of sea moss as the category citrus fruits and Irish moss as a specific type of citrus fruit like an orange. Despite these differences, both sea moss and Irish moss share similar nutritional profiles and potential health benefits. They are both types of red algae and are rich in proteins that form collagen in the body. Collagen is associated with healthy skin, joints, bones, and heart health. So whichever you use, you'll have a reliable source of collagen. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's get back to sea moss. Phew. This nutrient-rich seaweed has been used for centuries by coastal communities for its culinary and medicinal properties. It's particularly popular in Jamaica and the Caribbean, where it's considered a superfood and a staple ingredient in traditional dishes, like Irish moss drink and pudding. Sea moss doesn't have a true root system. Instead, it anchors itself to rocks and other surfaces using small, fibrous holdfasts. Its long, slender fronds can grow up to 6 inches in length, featuring a deep purple-brown color when fresh and turning green when dried. Harvesting sea moss is a labor-intensive process, often done by hand by local fishermen and coastal communities. The seaweed is carefully collected during low tide, ensuring that only the mature fronds are harvested, leaving the holdfast intact to allow for regrowth. Once harvested, sea moss can be dried and sold in its whole form, or processed into various products such as gels, powders, and supplements. Its unique composition, rich in nutrients like vitamins and minerals, and beneficial compounds like carrageenan, has made it a sought-after ingredient in the health and wellness industry. Oh, before we continue, if you're enjoying the content so far, and if you're new here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to stay updated with our latest videos. It's our way of helping to spread the message and impacting more lives positively. Thank you. Here are 12 potential health benefits of sea moss, supported by scientific and medical research. 1. Rich in nutrients. Sea moss is a nutrient powerhouse, containing high levels of vitamins and minerals like vitamin C, vitamin A, iron, zinc, potassium, and magnesium. It's also a good source of antioxidants that can help protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. 2. May support thyroid health. A study found in the National Library of Medicine, PubMed.gov, suggests that sea moss contains a high concentration of iodine, which is essential for proper thyroid function. An iodine deficiency can lead to thyroid disorders like hypothyroidism. 3. Potential antiviral and antibacterial properties. Research found on online journals has shown that compounds found in sea moss, such as carrageenan, may have antiviral and antibacterial properties, potentially helping to fight off infections. 4. May promote healthy digestion. The fiber content in sea moss can aid in promoting healthy digestion and regular bowel movements, helping to prevent constipation and other digestive issues. 5. Potential anti-inflammatory benefits. Some studies indicate that sea moss may have anti-inflammatory properties, which could be beneficial for conditions like arthritis, joint pain, swelling, and other inflammatory disorders. 6. May support weight management. Sea moss is low in calories but high in fiber, which can help promote feelings of fullness and potentially aid in weight management when combined with a healthy diet and lifestyle. 7. Potential skin benefits. Apart from the recent discovery, sea moss is known for its potential to improve skin conditions, like eczema and psoriasis due to its anti-inflammatory properties. 8. May support heart health. Sea moss contains compounds like potassium and magnesium, which are essential for maintaining healthy blood pressure levels and supporting cardiovascular health. 9. Potential immune-boosting properties. The high concentration of vitamins and minerals in sea moss, along with its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, may help support and strengthen the immune system. 10. May promote healthy bones. Sea moss is a good source of calcium, which is essential for maintaining strong bones and preventing conditions like osteoporosis. 11. Potential benefits for reproductive health. Some studies suggest that sea moss may have benefits for reproductive health, potentially aiding in fertility and promoting healthy pregnancies. 12. May support mental health. Sea moss contains compounds like tryptophan and magnesium, which are known to have a calming effect on the body and may help promote feelings of relaxation and reduce anxiety and stress. It's important to note that while these potential benefits are promising, more research is still needed to fully understand the efficacy and safety of sea moss for various health conditions. It's also crucial to state at this time that this is not medical advice. It's always best to consult with a healthcare professional before incorporating sea moss or any new supplement into your routine. Potential dangers and side effects of sea moss. While sea moss is generally considered safe for most people when consumed in moderation, there are some potential side effects and precautions to be aware of, and some need to avoid it. Iodine content. Sea moss is naturally high in iodine, which can be beneficial in small amounts but potentially harmful in excess. Too much iodine can lead to thyroid dysfunction, particularly in individuals with pre-existing thyroid conditions. Individuals with thyroid disorders or taking thyroid medication should exercise caution and consult their doctor before consuming sea moss due to its high iodine content. Risk of contamination. Like other seaweeds, sea moss can potentially accumulate heavy metals and toxins from the surrounding water, depending on the harvesting location and processing methods. A study published in the Journal of Environmental Science and Health found that some sea moss samples contained high levels of heavy metals like arsenic and lead, highlighting the importance of sourcing from reputable suppliers who follow strict quality control measures. Digestive issues. The high fiber content in sea moss can cause digestive discomfort, bloating, or gas in some individuals, especially when consumed in large quantities or if not properly rehydrated before consumption. Allergic reactions. Although rare, some people may experience allergic reactions to sea moss, particularly those with seafood allergies or sensitivities to carrageenan, a compound found in sea moss. Research in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology reported cases of allergic reactions to carrageenan. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should also consult their healthcare provider before taking sea moss, as its safety during these stages has not been fully established. People with kidney diseases or conditions that require restricted potassium intake should be cautious, as sea moss is high in potassium. Best form of sea moss to take. The best form to take sea moss may depend on individual preferences and needs. However, many experts recommend consuming sea moss in gel or powder form, as these allow for better absorption and utilization of nutrients compared to capsules or tablets. Sea moss gels can be easily incorporated into smoothies, juices, or other recipes, while powders can be added to various dishes or beverages. Regardless of the form, it's important to follow proper preparation instructions and consume sea moss as part of a balanced diet. Well, there you have it, a comprehensive look at the potential benefits, risks, and best ways to consume this nutrient-packed superfood. But before we wrap things up, I wanted to reward your patience for sticking around until the end by revealing which country is said to have the best sea moss in the world. Based on the purity of the waters and traditional sustainable harvesting methods passed down through generations, many experts agree that the sea moss found in Jamaica, St. Lucia, and around the Caribbean islands is among the highest quality available. The crystal-clear waters of the Caribbean Sea, combined with the island's rich cultural heritage and respect for this ancient ingredient, make sea moss from this region a true treasure. Now it's your turn. Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you've had personal experiences with sea moss, whether it's incorporating it into your diet or using it for specific health concerns, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know which country you're tuning in from, and share your stories and insights in the comments below. If you got any value out of today's video, then please do us a favor and like the video, share, and subscribe to our channel. Turn on bell notifications so you never miss a new video. That could help improve your health and the health of those you care about. Speaking of videos that could improve your health, here is one on the screen for you to watch. Just hit play.